Jim, welcome to this week's episode of the Fantasy Top Deck Building Guide. There's my next thing. Fantasy Top Deck Building Guide. I'm co-host Carpenter of Web3. Alongside me, as always, Big Brain Frog HK. HK, how are you?
Yeah, doing good, doing good. Just yesterday was a bit. We had a few issues, right? But
Oh yeah,
I think yesterday was. I think I'm glad that we rescheduled it today. I got a bit busy as well towards the afternoon. But yeah, looking forward to this. Plenty of activity in the marketplace.
absolutely. Yeah, and I just wanted to apologize everyone from it's all on me for yesterday. I was up at AAU state or the state slash junior Olympics qualifier type thing for my 6-year-old. Tested it beforehand and Wi-Fi worked great. Everything. I'm like, okay, sweet. We'll just go into this Nook or whatever into the or into the van. Worst case scenario. Well, when I tested it, no one was there. Right, there wasn't very many people there. Well, when showtime was, it was packed. There was like a lot of thousands of people there. So Wi-Fi was dead. So yeah, it yeah. In the future,
Hap-
anything like that, we're gonna take into consideration and either postpone or figure something out. But yeah, because uh, so we don't, uh, I don't make it on like a last minute change like that. I feel bad because I know a lot of you guys enjoy the show. So
yeah, no. But yeah, in a way, it's a good thing maybe that we rescheduled it. I feel a lot of things have changed in the last 24 hours. I guess Jing Tao's deactivated again. Trader main is on private this morning, I think. Sorry, yeah, this morning, right?
yeah, that hurt me.
So that kind of that caused a few to like. I saw a few selling his card. I don't think he's ever been on private before, so interesting to see how long he's on private, right? Because he is a since he joined as a hero, he's been a pretty solid card, right? I know you had one, Carpenter, right?
Rare.
uh, but yeah, I mean the activity in the marketplace has been pretty crazy. Like if you look at like the last every hour, there seems to be buys, sells, minting of shiny packs, jade packs, burning. So like in the current market, everything seems to be like the market is super efficient right now. You can buyers, there's sellers, and equally there's people that want to burn as well. So I think it's everything's in a great position. Um, and we also obviously have that announcement on Tuesday, right, coming up. Um, so that's gonna be make it more interesting, right? Let's see what it is, and yeah, it's gonna be during the tournament, so yeah, it's gonna make next week's tournament a lot better. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like you said. We were talking about just before the we went live. There are some people, bigger whales deploying capital. AI Rev has been throwing capital, or yeah, buying. DJ Nape is buying more, which is really good. I'm excited
Yeah,
for Tuesday. I think Tuesday is gonna be the game changer, and uh, yeah, I think a lot of people will be happy. So I probably
no,
can't say
definitely,
more on that,
definitely,
but yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I'm super excited for it.
definitely. I did a pre-Easter Sunday bunch here for someone in the USA to celebrate. Nice, nice. Joe Batman,
I
good
mean, do you
one.
guys celebrate Easter there where you guys
UK
are?
in the UK?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do like Easter eggs and stuff like that. Nothing, nothing beyond that, to be honest. Yeah, for me, it's just a day off work. Obviously we get the two bank holidays, so we don't have to work the Friday and the Monday.
Oh, nice.
Uh, so we get like a longer weekend basically. So tomorrow I'm not working as well. So yeah, pretty nice. Is Bread Guy coming on this? We'll
You
hopefully down
next
the road
month, yeah.
we can next month we can get uh Bread Guy and a few more
Min and bread
guests and
guy.
yeah and a few more guests on the show. We've got a few lined up. So yeah, definitely coming soon. Waiting for
We're gonna hold
food.
off on guests, probably for the next couple episodes, just to let everyone know. With yeah. So next week we probably won't have a guest either, right, HK?
yeah, and most
It was
likely,
just.
and then the following week we'll start to have guests again.
Yep.
Waiting for Guru again. Yeah, Guru's had a few tournaments. He hasn't really done well, but he's always a good option. Guys, I need to help arrange my shadow. Um, yeah, we'll go through a few reverse decks of mine. Maybe that might help. And then yeah, okay, yeah. What I'll do is I'll quickly go through the marketplace. Just see what's happening and
There we go.
what everyone's buying. um, I don't know if you saw the shiny packs, but
They're going crazy.
some of them have been crazy. And then I saw the run of packs in the morning. I don't know if you can see here, right? Like from like this point onwards. I don't so you can see the Ansem was packed, right? Zoom.
Hold on. This is you're not sharing your screen. You're sharing my screen.
Am I?
Yeah.
No, this. All right. Okay. Am I? If I
Yeah, I don't think you clicked share yet on yours.
oh, have I not? Oh, yeah. Sorry.
No good. All good, brother.
Yeah. Good start, isn't it? Yeah. Can you
That's
see now?
the
Yeah.
great thing about going live, right? I like it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So there was a lot of good shiny packs, and then I was like, okay, maybe I need to try. And then as soon as I did it, it's like the worst three shiny packs I can have, right? There. uh, but yeah, I've noticed quite like every few packs is always you either break even or you get something like this, but you get a rare Davis in a
And
shiny
that's
pack.
so nice by
That's pretty
Xylith.
sharp, yeah. But yeah, I think we're at a point where shiny packs have been minting pretty consistently, right?
Yep.
There was a point where no one used to ever mint shiny packs. If you remember, like around maybe before November, like it was partly because they were like at point 1 ETH. But I like the new pricing system. How like when the demand's high, the price goes up, and when the demand slows down, price goes down as well. But yeah, so just go through the comments again. You think Lil Mulambo or Pentoshi? Pentoshi still isn't posting as much since his last post, right? Lil Mulambo at least is posting. I think he said to me he's shadow banned, but I don't think it is based on because usually if you're shadow banned, you can't search the account on X, but you can. Uh, I'd go for Lil Moon Lambo just because he's more of a safe play, but I'll be doing the what do you call it? I'll be doing a hedge with Pentoshi where I'll put him in one reverse deck and then one in bronze just in case he posts, right? But yeah, that's my take on that. But yeah, Carpenter, have you done any buying lately, or are you?
Yeah, so I'm gonna. eh, I have kind of been putting bids in. This week I haven't been as aggressive with the bidding, but mostly because card prices seem like we were talking before, they're really high.
Yeah,
Um,
I'll get you on stage. There you go.
And there, oh, there we go. Yeah, and so here, let's go to this thing. So of course, like right on the news, another reason you gotta have it noties on for HK is right when I heard the news and from HK, I think I had it on. Like he posted it 3 minutes. At 3 minutes after he posted, I seen the trader main, and so I made the decision to get rid of my trader main. If it, here, it's gonna load. My computer's being kind of slow. So I packed two of my trader main comments. So all in all, out of pocket, I think I paid like 0.21 for my trader main. And so I was like, okay, I can drop it on a bid for 0.31. So I'm technically like 0.1 in profit on that just to be safe because I don't know why he went private and whether it's short term, long term, but I got bit by Orangey doing that a while back. So I PTSD, I guess.
No,
But
no,
yeah,
no.
I'm thinking about buying some stuff. We were kind of talking about before the show. I'm not sure who to yet, or maybe just kind of keep it for the update. I am. Oh yeah, and I also got rid of my Epic BDB. He kind of hurt me last week. uh, yeah, it's.
Nice, nice.
I'll keep the comment. I got rid of another one of his rares too, so I'm just holding one rare of his now.
You've got You got
But
two Yanos as well, which is pretty decent for this
yes,
week.
the Llanos. I've been big on the Llanos. I think we talked about it last couple episodes. I really think he's the go-to 3-star this week.
Yeah,
Um,
there's not many that are great in that range, right? There's Guru, Altcoin Psycho, who's the other one? Rootify and Yano. Uh, I'd say Yano's probably been the most like consistent. He was on an uptrend up until the last tournament, right? He might just be on a break for that week.
yeah,
Um, the Guru's kind of said that he's kind of traveling, so he's just enjoying himself, right? Which makes sense, right? Considering his scores being kind of around the 300-400 mark mainly. Uh, Route to Five doesn't have that higher ceiling, and then you have Altcoin Psycho, who's kind of a wild card in this tournament because at 3-star he can score like as you saw a few tournaments ago, he scored at quite high, right? So yeah, I'm thinking Yano in one of my best silver decks, and then Altcoin Psycho as well in one of my bronze decks. But you're right. I think he's probably going to be key for in one of your silver decks, right?
absolutely. And I really like Imran. I know we talked about him last week and the week before. Imran is looking really nice since he's been back, right? Look at that beautiful uptrend, like insane uptrend.
Yeah, that
That's
was
like almost looks like a honeypot, right? Like how
yeah.
that's just beautiful. So
Yeah.
I might
What's
actually
his
bid out
what's
and
his
get a
24
couple more in
what's his
him.
24-hour chart looking like?
Yeah,
I just
let's
want to
look real
see if
quick.
is
24
he
hour. Yeah, he's been hitting that 800 pretty consistently.
oh wow, okay. So it's not just one post, it's
It's not a
pretty
fluke, yeah.
yeah, so he's definitely, pushing. So I think I've got one of his rares as well. I don't know. I haven't placed him in a silver deck. Maybe I might do because he is 5-star, right? So probably can get him in a silver deck. But no, he's doing well. He's doing well. Ignas is another one at 5-star. If you look at his tournament rank, you scroll down fourth row there. As you
Yeah,
can see, he
he
kind of
had just a
tailed
down.
off on the last
Yeah,
tournament. Um,
yeah, he's
but
coming. He's back clearly, so he's posted
I
again.
feel like he's posting again. At 5-star, I feel comfortable putting him in a few silver decks. Um, I don't like I said the 5-star range is interesting because you've got Thread Guy, who's a bit risky, but then everyone else is a
I
bit
like,
more
yeah,
consistent range.
I like Quant as a 4-star though. No, we were talking about that
Yeah,
yesterday
I did too. I did put one in reverse this week. This
with
just
the
in
hedge.
case he doesn't post because I have 3 rares. So my
Oh,
take
yeah,
is like if I put one in reverse, you can't wreck me because I'll do well in reverse, right? But then I've got like two. I've got one in a gold deck and one in a silver deck. Hoping that if he doesn't post, then I'm not too overly affected. But
yeah,
it's similar with Mika, right? Mika's 3-star seems to be like a decent option, but comes with risk, right? And yeah, I'm gonna do the hedge with her as well, where I put a reverse deck in and also like a silver deck. Um, how are you gonna play that BDB 6-star this week
probably an elite.
in elite?
Um, maybe gold. I don't know. I don't want to put him in.
Yeah,
Let him wreck a silver deck.
yeah, that's the thing now, right? That's why
Or
whenever I
maybe
have
I'll go reverse even. I don't know. So many options.
yeah, I think what I'm gonna share my screen. There's another one that
Yeah.
another hero that obviously I mentioned a few weeks back. I don't have many of this truth terminals, but I know we said bots are kind of they've gone down to zero, right? But if you look at truth terminal, he's starting to get I say he, but it's a bot, right? Starting to
Yeah.
get more more his scores hitting 600 more often. I don't know if that's because we're in a bear market now, and obviously the way the bot works, it continues to post, right? It's not going to stop posting. And if you look at the recent tournaments, uh, it's starting to creep up to that top 75, 60 consistently. I don't know if you noticed this, Carpenter. So it's top 75 four times out of the last five, right? For
Okay.
Truth Terminal. And I don't know if you've seen, so in that time, the price has reacted. It's going up steadily. It was at floor for a few weeks, if I remember correctly, right?
Oh, he's
So
off floor now. Yeah, because he was definitely like right there with the
yeah, because
floor.
everyone just thought, was the Foster Frog clone? AIXBT, is it? Right?
Yeah,
That account was obviously taking over the AI stuff and everything. The Truth Terminal just went down on a downtrend, but you can see that there's been active buyers for a while now. I've I did I was gonna buy it, but then I just was I was lazy, and then everyone just swept. There's a few that swept the card. I'm probably gonna slowly try creating a rare just in case. It's a decent card for farming, right? Frags. Um, and the stars won't change. It'll be 4 to 5 star all the time. I think that's maybe in this current market where there's not much happening. I can see Truth Terminal do pretty decent. What win your tournament, but a decently priced card for farming frags. Just gonna read some of the comments. Elite should be less farmed this week because of mixing other good loss. So yeah, I agree. Last week Elite was like just crazy.
last week really was brutal.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at my like I put like 7 Elite decks, I think. Um, Obviously, because Inton posted a banger in the last day, two of them kind of carried into the money like this. But as you can see, like even 3,950 was only enough for 1,775, right? And I kind of wasted my Anthem common there. Uh, but even then, I probably still thought this deck was going to score high. But yeah, you kind of need to watch how many decks are registered for each league, right? But yeah, MCG is right. I think it's gonna be underfarmed. Obviously you have Mixie's the 1 star that everyone has, but he's got a quite a high supply, which generally
Yeah,
means a lot of players would put, for example, like if you have someone like let's just say um, who's a low supply hero. Let's just say Bread Guy ends up a 1 star. It doesn't have that big an effect, right? When to the number of participants, in the leagues, just because there's not many compared to like a Mixie. There's a bigger supply of cards, right? And that way more people own his card, more unique owners, which means more decks going to use that 1 star in silver, bronze, even gold, right? And then as a result, elite, there won't be many decks in elite, but if everyone thinks that, then elite will still have a few decks, right? But it'll definitely be a lot easier than next
yeah. I
week's.
think it will still be looking at like kind of there is a lot of high star like heroes that have. Okay, so let me try to figure this word. So like the bandits are 7 stars, the Wazs are sixes. We have
Yeah,
Bread at 7. So we have a lot, and like even Bo's at 7. Same with Alon, and a lot of these heroes that uh, a lot of us have right are still high stars. So I think Elite is still gonna have quite a few decks in it, which is why I'll probably diversify a bit and put quite a bit into gold this week as well. But it'll definitely. There's a very low chance that it's as many decks as there was last week in Elite, but I don't think it'll be all time lows by any means either, though.
no, definitely. It won't be all time low. It'll be like 1,200, I think. I think 11, 1,200 is going to be where the mark is, right, for elite. Um, and then, like I said, I think everything will be a bit more balanced this week compared to last week, right? Um, but yeah, yeah. In terms of buys, let's just go on to my screen. Did I buy anyone this week? I think Honey is going to be one of the biggest cards this week in terms of winning decks, right? Like she said she's gonna be active next week, and she's a 4 star. Um, it doesn't guarantee a win. Like I said, you still need your other 4 cards to do well, but when you have a hero at a 4 star that can potentially score. I mean, she's definitely scored in like the top 50 more often than not, right? It doesn't mean that she's guaranteed like a top score, but if she's active, I think compared to the other 4 stars or even just 3 stars, like if you look at aside from Megsi, you're probably not going to get another hero in this range that's uh, going to score that high, like that's guaranteed to score high, right? As in like 600 plus, 700 plus, right? NFT stats. He was traveling. Uh, I noticed one of his posts. He was traveling, but he was still posting, right? So um, yeah, he's one of those that usually his normal posts don't really score that high. It's when he just posts like a random something that's more like outside of crypto bubble related, right? That usually takes off. But yeah, he's usually around the 600 mark, even whilst traveling, right? So I think he's still a decent option. And then you've also got Lil Moon Lambo, who's as volatile as he's kind of volatile in terms of, he's either scoring like top 30-ish or he's just, coming outside top 100 or top 70, right? I think he's another good option. He did say he was shadow banned. He DM'd me saying that I'm shadow banned, but I don't think he is because I can still search his account on X. But yeah, I think Honey's definitely going to be a crucial option for next week's tournament. What do you think about the devs? Do you think Travis, Mikado, Kippet going to do well? Obviously, you've got the announcement on Tuesday, the big announcement. What do you think?
I think they're gonna do pretty well. Well, so if you see, like last week we had Kippet kind of kicking butt, right, compared to normal, and
Let's see
even
what we got.
Mikado was up a bit. He was saying like all-time highs for Mikado, right? Travis has been just they're all doing relatively well compared to where they used to, right, or where they normally do. I do foresee them
Yeah,
doing well this week
it's a tough
with
one because what
Tuesday.
happened? I've noticed like they were good at the start, but then they obviously the follower count went up, right? And then when the follower
Yeah.
count goes up, you have to match the engagement, right? Like if your follower count goes up and your engagement stays steady, you're going to start scoring low. I think out of all the
Hmm.
three of them, I still feel like Travis is probably the only one that maybe can pull it off as a high
Yeah.
score. Where's Travis? There he is. Because he did have a solid post to start off last week's tournament. But then, because that it looks at average views per post as well, the algo. Well, it's not
Oh
official, but
yeah.
I do think it does, right? You can just see like he tailed off. If he carried on, I think he posts quite often as well. So then, he kind of needs to hit like at least 500 in his other post to then, get a good score. Because he just started the tournament off well, but then he just dropped off, and then he ended up. Let's see what rank he ended up. Yeah, 115, which isn't bad. I guess he was a 2-star, I think. Uh, But yeah, I'm thinking maybe because we have the Tuesday announcement, it's quite big. But will they just post it off the main fantasy account, which is probably likely, right? Or Travis might, have a separate post that does well. Um, but yeah, interesting to see how he does. But yeah, shall we get into some deck building? Do you want to go first?
Sir. Yes, sir. I like it.
I'm just gonna remove mine from stage and then add yours on stage. Yeah,
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, I was putting some bids in. So we'll start with silver.
nice.
Um, and then we'll go
Got
obviously
Mexi, yeah.
Maxi. Yeah.
Yano,
And then Yano.
nice.
I want to get with those two. I think I can get. Oh wait, there's another 4-star I wanted to put in here. Um, Wait, maybe not.
I'd want to get
Uh,
Kaleo, considering he's
yeah,
just guaranteed. He said he'll be active, like you know what you're gonna get.
yeah.
Um, so how many stars do you have left there?
Kaleo. I've got 12.
12.
So
Whoa.
and one rare, one common. So I'm really thinking about going. Um, Wait, let me just see what this looks like. A Clemente. Oh, that doesn't give me good. I think I'll go 6-6. So maybe intern. Wait, what's CBB like? Why is CBB doing so well?
Well, he posted a banger like literally yesterday or something.
Okay,
It hit like nearly 1 million views. So
nice.
it's an outside of a tournament banger, which means he's going to be at 8-star next week.
Ay,
Most
ay, ay,
likely.
ay.
It was actually April 18th, so after the tournament. So it was pretty standard tweet. Like he just posted bros in the late 20s, early 30s with no meaningful achievements, probably. It is a pretty funny tweet to be honest. Um,
That is good.
but
Oh
yeah,
yeah, I
that
did
got
see that tweet. That tweet was
that
good.
that got nearly 1 million views. Sorry, like
Jeez.
three-quarters of a million, right? Um, yeah.
I'm
Let's
thinking. Do you
see.
think Guat? I want to go 6-star. So I'm thinking either Guat or Gort. I mean Gort or intern.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Gort. I'm thinking
Yeah.
intern. I'm thinking I don't know.
I think Clem would be hard to get into your best elite deck just
Oh
because,
yeah,
or maybe if you
because I
go,
know like 6 stars I have. Vo I have a plan for her in gold. Um, but were you saying
what,
Go or Vo?
which commons do you have first? Let's just look at the commons.
So I'm gonna use 6. So I have a
Sherlock,
7 star
yeah.
easy, him, and then I have so my commons I kind of wanted to use
Nick
either or Nick or Holds, which I kind of
yeah,
want to go Nick.
Sherlock. Yeah, I mean both of them are good options. Like good thing about Sherlock Holmes is he plays his own card in fantasy, so he has that
Oh
added
yeah, we're going
incentive
there.
to post, right? And he's been buying on actively on the marketplace as well.
Okay, so yeah, we're
So
putting Holds in.
I think he's a good card to have. Do you go double
So now
monad
it's
and play
between
intern,
these three. Oh
or
yeah,
or do you
let's see what
go
Red gives me.
or do you take Kaleo off and go Clemente Ignas? That's another
Oh,
shout. Clemente and then
Mente Ignis.
Ignas.
Ooh, I like this. I like this. We're going this.
it just gives you another, options, right? Kaleo's gonna post, and usually he scores around 11, 1200, and then you go a 6 star intern. Yeah, it's a tough one to be honest because I know Clem scored, but then Ignas might, you're not sure if he's gonna hit that mark, but I think the same can be said with intern, right? Like if it wasn't for that last day post where he posted a banger, right? He hit like 300k views on the last day. I'm not sure if he was going to score well this week. But no, it's a solid deck. Like I said, you've got a two good commons. Clem, you're hoping Clem comes top 10 again. He's done 3 out the last 4.
The only
Uh,
wild card is Yano, but I think Yano's gonna be back. I think he's gonna be underplayed too. So I mean, this could
yeah,
if Yano hits, I think he's gonna be. This could be
with
a top
with
10
with
deck.
Silver, you kind of have to. You can't expect to win if you don't take a little risk, right?
Yep, yep, and that's why
And
I like the Yanos
there's probably like a,
there.
a, a safer play if you have like certain cards like Honey and stuff like that this week. But
Oh yeah,
like I said, I think even me, like I'm having to take a few risks because I don't have Honey this week. And I don't want to be buying at a high price. But yeah, no, I think that's a pretty solid deck. Are you one silver
we'll jump to
decks?
gold
All
because
right, gold.
I
Okay.
silver. I don't think I have
No,
enough
that makes sense, I
Makeseas
guess.
to run with. Um, like I was
Yeah.
telling you yesterday, I got rid of when I don't play reverse. I did it 1 week and I didn't do very well. And so I just don't like reverse because my brain doesn't work that way. But so I list my Makesy above my main, rare Makesy above floor every week. Well, we had this, as everyone knows, we had this huge pump across the board on mid rares and any useful cards, and he got swept up in that, and I didn't realize it until yesterday. And so, no, well, Thursday or whatever it was. And so I end up grabbing his common, is why I only have one common instead of my rare, um, which sucks. But it is what it is. Hopefully I can get him
Yeah.
cheaper next week.
Yeah,
His rare.
usually the week he's reversed, his price kind of goes a bit downer because not
Yeah,
everyone
that's what I'm.
plays reverse, right? But the weeks he's a 1 star, right? Everyone wants his card, right? Because they know he's going to post. Um, but yeah, I feel you need to put an elite deck before you go gold, just because I'm not putting a rare Kaleo in a gold deck.
Yeah,
I do think you need to
because I
aim
do
high.
want.
You can aim high in elite, because you need to
Yeah,
think about it. Like Bandit, Bread, Gout, these are the sort of healers you're going to struggle to fit in 25 stars because of the
yeah.
7 star,
I
right?
probably shouldn't put them all together, but yeah.
Yeah,
I kind of like him in here. No, I kind of want to save him for silver. I don't know. Maybe we'll put the rare. Cause see, Mega ETH. I really like Bread. Bread. I like Bread a lot. I think he's killing it, man. Like with Mega
yeah,
ETH and just his content and style in general, man. It's. I just
yeah,
love Bread. Bread's awesome.
yeah. I've got bread. I've got 3 rares of bread guy. I think I just feel like just holding on because I don't see why his price would ever go down just because of, or even his score, because Mega East going to be relevant for at least a few months, right? Up until mainnet and even after that, possibly as well. And bread guys with his follow count is not exactly so high. I think he just needs like a good one solid post to score well. Um, But yeah, so you're going elite here. Ooh, I feel like that's a bit risky playing him there.
Yeah, I
I go,
threw him back
I
out.
go Crypto Leon. The Crypto Leon's what's
Leon,
that?
there we go. I was looking for someone who was. Where's my little bro at? There he is. Yeah, I like Leon. I like he's just such a good kid,
Yeah, so
and
two.
he's
I'm just
crushing.
thinking. I'm thinking over this way. So two elite decks where you have four rares and one common over one very good elite deck. Probably is the play there, because
Yeah.
one very good elite deck can probably get you like 275, but it might not get higher than that. Um, okay, I'll go
Let's not
instead
go
of
Apex.
Jez, I like Zach in your elite deck. I just feel
Zach. Oh,
with
Zach. Yep.
Zach you're gonna get a good score regardless. He's
Yeah.
pretty consistent, and then maybe go Vo just because he's 7-star. I mean, you might not,
I
and then
like Vo moving forward too.
and get easy in this deck. I think easy because he's seven
Yeah, we
star.
got the dynamic couple there too. I love playing them
Yeah,
together.
I
That's
actually
that's
I actually
good.
have
It
both
gives
of
me some content too.
mine. Yeah, no, that's
I
a
like
pretty
that
solid
deck.
deck. Yeah,
Go gold.
no, you kind of want to balance out and play some gold decks.
So I'm gonna go here. So with gold, we're gonna go Apex. Normally I do the Van Nesses, but I got rid of my Van Nesses
Oh,
rares.
you got rid of them. Oh wow.
Um, yeah, well I listed them and they sold. Um, and because I was hoping it was gonna on the news of the Telegram, he pumped big time, and then I was hoping there was gonna be a bit of a pullback, and it didn't happen, so I screwed myself.
Right.
Um, but so here, and then I like CL. Oh no, I'm gonna get my Jez. I love Jez. I bid Jez. I'm up big on these Jez's, but I'm never like Jez. I just like him as a.
Yeah, Jazz
Um,
actually sold all his fantasy top cards, right? I think.
did he
Yeah, yeah.
like recently or a long time ago?
Just recently, yeah, just recently, like last yesterday, I think it was.
Oh geez.
But yeah, I don't know. That's nothing got to do with if he's gonna post or not, right?
Yeah,
Probably
no,
just
he's gonna
probably just not
post. Yeah.
playing. Probably just not playing, right? So it
Yeah,
makes
I don't
sense.
think he had been playing either, really. But
Yeah, I'd probably go Bert. Hmm. I
Bert,
was thinking go Bergie here and then go Nick.
who'd you say?
Icebergy,
Oh,
third row.
Bergie, yeah. Bergie. Okay, yeah, because I was like, Bert, who's Bert? And then Nick.
How much is that? 3950, is it?
Yeah, but I think it'll shoot higher than that because of. Well,
Pretty
let me take
solid.
Apex out and go with.
Mercury or Imran. Oh
Yeah,
wow, okay,
I
yeah,
like
that shoots
Mercury.
high. Like I said, I try to not look into that average score too
That
much.
score, yep.
Yeah, just because
I know, yeah,
it's
because it
only the
doesn't
last
really. I
score.
do kind of like the him here better,
Yeah.
like Emron here. And then let's go. I want to get intern here, and I want to pair them with another Jazz. Gua. I
Um,
just want to see where this is gonna get me. That doesn't get me very good. Let's rewind.
I think
So we can get Apex, right?
you have to look at your comments. So you're gonna have to go triple four 5-star on the rares. Oh, no,
Oh
you need
yeah,
to
to
use that.
get
You need
him
to use
in.
wait, you need to use that Routify. So basically, you're gonna have to put Apex Routify, um, and then go
Jazz.
2 5-stars basically to make this work. So
We
if you
have
go Jazz
Jazz,
and then you go
and
like
then
Mercury, Mando, or Shapiro, whichever.
Mercury. Yeah.
Yeah, that gives you a pretty
I
solid
do
deck.
not like that Rootify. Unless we go here. What other comments do I have? Yeah, I don't have. I guess I
You
could go
got
this.
you can go that, but you're gonna eventually use that Routify. That's what my thing, right?
Yeah.
Which is why I
Yeah,
was saying
I better use it here.
your next deck's gonna have Routify in it, just because you don't have the common, you don't have the enough low star rares to balance make it work. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh,
And that's why I think there's gonna be more elite decks than we think.
yeah, which
Due
is
to
why
the
I hold like a range of rares, just because a lot of them always end up unforced. Like Smokey is a 4-star this week. He's one that I think might actually do well. But yeah, there is a lot of
we
five
don't
to
have
eight
anything
stars.
listed. Okay, I don't have anything listed. We're good. I was like, I'm gonna make sure I didn't mess myself up. Like sometimes I have stuff listed, and like I always like to list it up, like when I'm not using it and to see if it
Yeah,
sells.
I think them two decks are good though. They're definitely
Let
gonna
me go
score
back.
you well. I think you probably need to go gold again, probably.
Yeah, and then
Um,
we'll throw one more gold in, and we'll jump to you.
Anyone
I'm gonna get CL in
Wait,
here.
wait.
We're gonna have to
I'll get
put
Yano. I'll get Yano in first. Try building a good deck with him because he is a good
yeah,
3 star. Maybe take DCF off
yeah.
and go up and get maybe intern
Wait, I
in.
should have put DCF in with, or I mean, not DCF. Let me see something. Let me go like this real quick. I don't know why I went marketplace. I'm going squirrel. View decks. It just gave me an idea. Instead of going Rootify here,
All right. Okay. Yeah.
should
No,
we?
that's probably that's a good shout.
And then this. I like this. This just makes me feel better.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I even want to go a bit farther and go here. Who do you like better, Apex or Old
They're pretty.
Boy?
They're pretty similarly. They score in a similar sort of range. All three. Mando, Apex. Mando sometimes just go higher than all three of them, right?
Yeah,
But I do like. I like any of them. I
Apex.
think. I think Apex because you got two of them. You're gonna
Yeah,
need
let's
to,
do that.
you're gonna need to use that other one somewhere. Whereas if you use it,
True.
um,
I do like that. That Apex.
now
He is like
Arcus,
known as the gold farmer for us, right? I
I'd
think
get
here's where we use our
root,
Rootify.
yeah, Rootify. Um, I'd get like maybe an intern or CBB in this deck, or
Intern
Dudas if you want.
CBB.
In case you want to do another elite deck, maybe just Dudas and if you take intern out,
Yep.
so you got Dudas, and then
We
you
want to
go.
put Quant here.
What I was thinking is go Shapiro
Yep.
and Mando. How many stars is that? I was,
Mando will give me. Then we have 7, so I don't have
uh,
anything there to fill that.
you don't have anything. Yeah, it's kind of making this work
So
here.
I can
So
almost get rid of him because I
and
might end up selling that Rootify.
it's got 9, so you can go Kine and yeah. I was thinking maybe you could
Mm,
put another elite deck, but I think you'll struggle. So uh, maybe go.
might go. Oh no, it's too big.
Yeah, what I'll do is
Rootify.
get rid of Mando,
Yep.
put in intern or CBB,
Oh,
whichever, or even
CBB. Yeah. Let's go.
whichever. Or
Ah.
go out if you want.
What? So I want CBB and intern in an elite deck, and then we'll
And then
go
what?
Apex or
Yeah, then you got Apex
or.
DCF basically.
Does anyone know if Evan's posting this week?
I'm not sure. Like he hasn't decided yet. That's all only thing I can say. Like
So I'm not gonna put him in.
he hasn't decided if he's going reverse. I think if he's posting yet, uh, which is why I can't do most of my decks because of him.
Yeah.
DCF hasn't posted that he's not going to post, so he should be active. Um, he hasn't posted since the 18th, but he should be active still. So you can go either. Look, that's a
I
pretty
think I'll go
solid deck.
Apex.
It's a pretty solid deck again.
Because like I say, I just had that DCF because I packed him this
Yeah.
morning. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do with him yet.
No,
But
so
I
you
think
got.
I'm good with those decks for now because I am gonna do some buying
All right.
here.
Okay. Nice.
Um,
Nice.
so we've got that put us in 6 decks. I'm happy with those.
Yeah.
I really like this elite deck. I like both elite decks a lot actually. Um, actually, I like all these decks.
Nice.
I really think that silver deck can do some numbers.
Yeah. I think you can probably go another gold and one more elite, and like you won't even have to do buying in that way. That way you're just getting rewards, right? Is CL a
Here,
6 star or a 5 star? 5 star. Okay.
5.
Nice.
Yep.
You can probably go 5 5 5 5. So
5,
Mando,
5,
Hicks,
5.
Jez, and DCF. Like, and then you can go an elite deck after this
There we go,
with
banger.
full res.
Bang now. We're gonna go back to
You can
here.
probably go elite full red.
Elite.
And I think you can actually hit all-time high frags again if this were.
Boom, boom, boom.
I got CL
No,
probably.
yeah.
Uh,
Like,
and
watch,
then
he's gonna bang this week, and I'm not gonna have him in.
uh, I don't know. I actually don't know with him. K Money
Uh,
probably out of them.
yeah, money at the K. Yeah,
Look,
let's go there.
40. Is that 47 1 2?
Yes, 47
Wow.
1. That's the best one so far. Banger,
Obviously,
banger.
it comes down to Allen, but I think uh, you can probably get solid frags this week without even spending. Because then, if you go back to your last
Yeah.
the remaining cards left and go back to gold,
Oh
uh,
yeah, yeah. Because I got 5 here, so I can
yeah,
throw them
you
in.
can probably throw all them in gold. And if
Just yeah,
somehow, I actually think maybe there's a no, you can't know. Yeah, you can probably throw all of them in. Yeah,
yeah. I
You're
could
gonna have
do a
to
silver deck, but that'd
10,
be weird. Silver's gonna be so
10.
competitive this week.
Yeah, I would have said, is it worth making that extra buy just to farm? I you said no. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Is
No,
it
yeah, we're
or
just gonna go like this. So I'm using all my cards.
yeah? If ever my nest plays reverse, then
I'll just throw Barney in.
to be clear, let's just read this comment because this is quite crucial to how your strategy works, right? So to be clear, you're recommending Carpenter play gold because he's a lot of mid rares and a lot of decent commons. Yeah, so
Yeah.
essentially he has more, his rare to common ratio is a lot higher, first of all. So he can't really play enough silver decks, right? Uh, and that way, obviously, that puts bronze and reverse out of question. So he can either play gold or elite. He doesn't have enough like safe options that that usually will post to play elite, to go all in on elite, right? Because you kind of still need 4K points. Whereas with gold, the good thing is that you get frags for coming in the top 1500, like 50 frags, or even 2000. I think I can't remember what the exact number. So he kind of his risk is a lot more spread in gold. So let's say if one deck doesn't do that well, another deck will do even better, right? And eventually it balances out. So that's the sort of strategy he's playing here. And essentially, what I'm saying is, if he doesn't buy at all, he still has good enough decks to score some good rewards. Usually, I wouldn't buy another card just to farm, unless because by Sunday the prices have kind of gone up, right?
Oh yeah, so I should probably
and
wait
and and
today
you
until
you
next
kind of
week.
you kind of want to, like, if you look at a lot of the even the mid cards, they're probably a bit more expensive than they were on Thursday or Wednesday. So I would say maybe
Yeah.
hold out on buying and then maybe go, Wednesday, Thursday if you need to like upgrade your
You're
inventory.
s- you're
That's
saving
probably
me from myself because this is my habit I used to do, right? Is I would FOMO into cards on Sunday or like well Saturday during our show, right? And then over the last few months of doing this, like it's crazy to think we've been doing this. We're on our third month, into our third month, doing this. Heck, it might even be fourth. I'll have to look into that. It's been a long time. But yeah, it's one of my portfolios went up, and like you're really good at like reminding me in a nice way of basically saying, "Hey, dumbass, don't do this." Right? And
no,
like
no.
it's good. Because you're right. That is something I used to do a lot, right? Is like, oh yeah, I need to do this, but the like something you taught me a lot is what's the return? Like, is spending that ETH gonna yield you? Is it gonna be worth it, right? And
Mm,
a lot of times the answer is no, especially this late in the week, right?
yeah. I think sometimes it is worth it. For example, like if you have a very good deck and you just need that one card to like make
Yeah,
push it over the line to challenge for top 10, it's definitely worth it because then you get your ETH rewards, frag rewards, right? But
yeah.
if it's for just farming on a Sunday, I wouldn't really buy another card. But yeah, I think that's pretty much yours done. Like I said, if you do end up buying, like I said, you can probably just shuffle it a bit more. But should I should I
Yes,
share my
sir.
screen now? Yeah.
Yep. I'll drop mine down so you can throw yours up. There we
Yeah, here's
go.
he is my elite farms.
Just kicking
every
the nuts.
every elite deck has an Anthem common because I'm trying to make the most of my 8-star Anthem commons before I upgrade, right? Um,
Yeah.
I
I
will
shared that
eventually
with Maine.
I will eventually upgrade, but I'm also using my Cochrane cards, Adam Cochrane, because he's 8-star. I can't really fit him in my other decks. I don't have enough good enough mid
He's a
cards,
banger
right?
too, though.
And then easy Vo easy again, Bread Guy, Zach, Bandit, pretty much in all decks, right? I'm playing only 5 decks. I'm hoping I can get 200 frags each on average, so 1,000 frags just from these 5 decks, right? Um, but yeah, I'm going 5 farming decks in elite just because I do have a lot of makeses that I can place good silver decks, but I don't have like I don't trust a lot of the 3 to 4 stars to like risk my bread guy and bandit. So I want to secure some frags. Then I've gone the same strategy as you, right? In gold, where I need I have a lot of mid cards that I end up pairing with like a high star common or like 6 to 8 star common, right? Like Unipix, um, Like if Web3 Quant and Mika don't post, my two reverse decks will benefit. If they do post, then this one deck that I have both of them in will benefit as well, right? I've got Orangey, Lucanets, a few good 6 stars, Weewoo. Um, but it ranges between the 3K to 4K points mark, and sometimes this deck might actually do better than the top one. But it's essentially the same thing that you'd done Carpenter. So like 4 rares, one common, and hoping I can get good frags. So I'm hoping I can get like 600 from these 8 decks. Then yeah, time for silver decks, right?
This is
uh,
where it gets interesting.
yeah, silver's probably like where I get most of my ETH if I do right. I'm thinking Clem's just becoming an 8 star more often than not, right? He's not. He used to be like 5, 6 star, 7 star for a while, but now he's just hitting the top 10 more often, right? So
He's
um,
uh,
I'm liking his card. But yeah, I think what I'm gonna do in this week is I like. I'm gonna go. I've got Kaleo. Let's see what. So I'll go. Yeah, this is probably a risky deck. Uh, but I feel like because I don't have like the honey card, I feel I'm gonna have to play a risk, right? So I'm going with this. I think Carpenter. What do you think? Is it too risky or
no, I don't think it's too risky. I think it's
Jay? Jay is risky.
like
No,
Jay's probably your best 2 star, right?
he probably is the
Took
best. Like
Jay
if
off. Let me see what you got for Jay. Other twos. I actually like Andy. Don't
Andy.
I just have a gut feeling about Andy. Um,
All right. Wow. I didn't see he's.
yeah.
I've been
So
paying. How
Andy's
does
been
he had a high follower count? I know that.
yeah,
Did
but
he?
he has a chance now, especially with like less of these heroes posting, right? Because what a lot of people forget is when you're posting. So how the algo works, right? Is or the scoring works is a big part that we know about is it depends on everyone else's score, right? So if a lot of people aren't scoring well, it's going to put the people scoring up even higher, right? So, and the same is to say the opposite. Like if there's a bunch of bangers, it's going to push them down too, right? But here lately, I don't think a lot. We're still going to see a lot of these heroes hitting zeros and stuff. So Andy, I think this is the time for Andy to shine.
Let me look
He's
at
been doing really well here lately.
Signees has been hitting a few solid posts,
His
16
24
hours.
looks nice though.
Yeah, he hit that one good post, I think 34.8. It was like a giveaway type of post. I'm going J. I feel like this deck, at least I know I have two heroes that can hit top 10, top 15,
Yeah,
Clem and Kaleo. Then Ignas, if he does well, he'll be the best 5 star. Makes he likely the best 1 star. And then I feel like there's not many good options 2 star, but I feel like it's going to be a risk I have to take to like at least do well in silver.
yeah,
And like I said, I know not many people like Jay, and to be honest, I'm not too fond of his actual content. he, he
yeah,
he is a known scammer, two grand, right?
yeah.
um,
He nuked
but
his credibility for 2 grand. That
yeah.
says a lot about the guy, you know.
But I'm gonna be honest, a lot of fantasy heroes fall under that category, so let's just go
Yeah,
with it, right? Now I do have. Let's see what else I can do. Uh, uh, right, I think I've got a Nick card as well. So yeah, I do have a Yano as well, like you do. Mine's a version 1 card as well.
yeah. I'm so
Rub it in,
jealous.
just to rub it in a bit.
Yeah, I'm like
uh,
getting the
right,
side.
I'm thinking Kaleo, Nick, Yano, and then go. The reason I like this deck is because 4 out of the 5 cards are pretty solid. Now, I was struggling to pick 6 stars because a lot of them are quite closely, like, score pretty close. Which one would you go for out of these ones here? I'm letting you pick.
I
So you got
say
now. Wait, before you go ahead with it, CBB, Guat,
I like
Noon,
Newsy.
Lawrence, and Newsy.
I like
Newsy?
Newsy. I do.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. That's the one that I actually put in initially when I was
Yep,
doing
I like
this
Newsy
draft.
a lot. Like, like not. It's not even close, really. I think like Newsy. I do like Newsy. You
I
have
like,
two Newsies now,
yeah,
bro.
back
Didn't you get one
tournament
of them in
awards.
awards this week?
Yeah,
Yeah,
my tournament awards were great this week. Like
crazy good, dude.
I got 0.6 ETH for like a 11 ETH portfolio roughly,
Dude,
which
that's
is
such good rewards.
pretty
That's
insane return.
like
Um,
that's almost 1,000. That's almost 1,000 APR. Like if you did that every week, with
yeah,
a 600% APR. But still, that's really
yeah.
good.
So yeah, I'm thinking, I feel like I'm going safe with Newsy. I think CBB
Yeah.
might actually do better. Or even Lawrence. Lawrence was doing better, good for a few weeks, right? But yeah, I think I'm going CBB there. Let's see now. Yeah, I got Newsy. Sorry, that's what I meant. Now, one thing to note is the average doesn't look great, but that's because Kaleo was out for 2 weeks in the last four, right? So his actual average doesn't add up to be any much, to be honest. But yeah, I think those are my two top silver decks, just because I feel 4 out of the 5 in each deck are pretty good. In this deck is either whether Yano will actually perform, and in the top deck is either Jay. But yeah, aside from that, I'm not really. I'm not. I don't think I can place enough more competitive decks. I was thinking of going this as well, maybe. What do you think of this for a risky deck? Because Jing Tao's kind of deactivated every week now during the tournament. So I was thinking
He's a
maybe
high
go.
risk, high reward type of play, in my opinion.
I was thinking maybe go Alon, Jing Tao. I feel Alon's always like that as well. I always think he's still risky. And then I was thinking maybe going uh maybe Shoku or Hugo. I don't know. Let's say if I go Shoku and then not play Mexi in this deck because I don't want to waste a Mexi. I was thinking maybe go Lil Moon Lambo. Where is he? And then going Rootify. What do you think of this one in terms of like a risky?
It's like you said, it's risky, but it can pay off huge, especially with Jingtao. We've seen what he can do coming off of private, and like he did a couple weeks ago. He came off private for literally a few hours and posted about his friend or whatever, right? And it shot him clear the heck up. So he doesn't even need to be off private for long to do damage, right? So I do like
I don't
that.
think he's not private. It's deactivated, right?
No, deactivate. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Not
Show
private. Yeah, yeah. He deactivate, reactivate. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, maybe mm, yeah, I feel like with Alon, I just never know how he's going to do. So maybe this seems to be pretty. It seems like a good deck to have just in case something crazy happens, right? And
Yep.
uh, yeah, I can go maybe even more and put Guru instead of Rootify, or even Altcoin Psycho.
I
That'd
like
be
Icon
ultimate.
Psycho.
That'd
If
be
you want to
on
go
that as well.
full degen,
Full
full
D,
like watch
yeah.
this thing. If they all hit, this is a winner, right?
Okay,
Their
maybe
upside is insane. If you could
if I
take
go Hugo,
Shoku out,
I go Hugo.
go Hugo. Yeah,
Oh, right.
you read my
Do you know what?
mind. Because
Do you know
that
what?
now that is legit. They all have that.
Wow,
That's
they
either
it
reverse
outscores
deck or
my
it's a winner, right? No
yeah.
in between.
I feel it outscores all my other decks. But that means I have to put Alan in a reverse deck just in case.
Yeah, yeah.
I
You
feel
gotta hedge that.
just to hedge it because you never know with Alan, right? He just actually popped up on my naughties right now, but he just retweeted something. But um, yeah, I like a risky deck. Right, okay, let's have a look. I've just got plenty of cards. I've got more than 300 now, so it's hard to manage sometimes. But I know a lot of them are floor cards. So if I go right to the bottom, I've not sold my tournament rewards. I'm kind of anticipating something happening on Tuesday, and either floor going up or maybe my Franks get replaced finally. And where's Frank gone? All right, he's in my reverse decks. But yeah, let me just do one more silver deck, and then I'll move to reverse. I've got NFT stats rare. I've realised.
You need to get him in a silver deck.
Yeah, I've got another Ignas. Maybe I go.
Ooh, I
Yeah,
like. Where are you gonna put Patty in elite?
if I go Patty Ice there,
I like
mm,
Patty.
then I can probably still. Hmm, I can probably go Newsy Makesy again. What do you think?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You have so many
Patty Ice.
Maxies. I'm so jealous.
I've got 8. I've got 8. I've seen others like I
Who
think
do you? Yeah, I
others
like
have a
that
lot more.
Newsy. Definitely, because Newsy never. He's consistent as heck.
Yeah, and I feel like with my silver decks, because they are worth a lot more than my bronze decks, I don't
Yeah,
mind taking like playing the safe option. It does usually mean I'm not always challenging with the silver. Uh, but uh, but yeah, like I said, sometimes you get surprises happen. Like last week, my silver deck. I think I mentioned to you that last week my silver deck was 800th going into the last day, and he ended up second. Right, so anything can happen, I guess. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that. I think it's a pretty safe top 200 deck. If if the heroes I said post. Um, I I also have a lot of 6 stars like Orangey Davis. So what I'm thinking is maybe going Orangey Davis. Dees is a 5 star. That's a pretty decent option, right? Um,
yeah.
yeah, he's a
These
five
is.
star.
I'm gonna look and see what he's been.
His price hasn't moved up or down, to be honest, that much. I don't know if you've noticed, but
No, he's been
um,
staying consistent. His um supply is relatively low too, isn't it?
yeah, yeah, his supply's
Check
not
that.
really that high.
No,
Do I
it's
go?
not. Oh no, he's not even over 1,000 across all. His total supply is only 783. That's
What do
relatively
you,
low.
what do
Supposed
you
to be
think
40.
of Thread Guy or Art School Reject?
Are you want to go risky or not? If not, I'd go. If you're going risky, thread guy. If you're not going risky, I'd go art school.
Let me just look at his or her. I don't know. Art school. uh, any Miladis, you don't know what they are. But anyways, who else? I'm just looking at his.
Really? Whoa, what happened to art school, man? He was crushing for a
No, no,
while.
no. Which was- yes, no, no. They're on holiday in Japan or
Oh,
something
that's
like
what.
that. So even then, still, it's only one bad performance I'd say, even at that range. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not like it's really tanked the tournament performance. I think I maybe got art school here.
Yeah.
I feel like I want to go a bit risky. I think even art school's a bit risky. I don't know why, but anyways, I mean I do have Mercury, who's a pretty safer option, but I do feel I want
So,
to go art school in this one.
so I realized I'm bad at really one thing. I need to start doing it better. Is since the abstract we stream on abstract YouTube and our Twitters, right? But the comments don't show up for abstract. I've missed out on so many comments here. So one, we have Corgi saying good morning, and then we have Young Sugarcoat said sold her card for a shiny pack. I don't sold honey for a shiny pack this week. Asked if they were not gonna make it. What do you think about that? If the honey sold honey for a shiny, would you have done that or no?
Well, who did they get in the shiny? I guess is the question.
Um, yeah, if you're still well, because they posted that to us a while back. If you're still watching, Sugarcoat, who'd you get in the shiny? And then also we have this Shocky Kyoto said, "Good morning. I downloaded the app for." Oh, he said it was ass. Check the shiny. It was ass. That's what Sugarcoat said. And then we have this guy said, "Good morning. Good morning. I downloaded the app for Fantasy Top, but never started. TLDL, how to start? How do you select which profile gets its card launched? Testing. Hello." So sorry for that, not answering. So basically, the TLDR is you select 5 heroes depending on the league, and based on their performance, Monday through Thursday, they get a score. And then the highest score kind of depends where your rewards are. Do you want to touch on that too a little bit? Just kind of give like a quick TLDR, um,
on
HK,
on the game.
how to start fantasy. Yeah.
Yeah, so essentially you start obviously you have to spend some ETH to buy cards, right? And a card is basically attached to a hero. Sorry, a hero is attached to a card, and a hero is basically a crypto account that posts on X, right? Uh, and the more engagement they get, the higher they score. And essentially, what you need to do is buy a few cards and enter. What I'll do is I'll open it up. You got 5 different leagues: reverse, bronze, silver, gold, and elite. And each league has different requirements. For example, Bronze says you can only put common cards and you have to play a maximum of 18 stars, right? Whereas with Elite, you don't have a limit on the stars, and you can play any type of card, right? So you essentially buy card and uh, buy cards based on what sort of league and fits well for you, as well as the budget that you're looking to put in, right? So I started a point one ETH challenge where which showed that you can get consistent rewards even with a small investment, right? I've kind of been slacking, as in being actively playing with that account. I'm going to start picking it up again soon. Um, but essentially, what you want to do is play a strategy where you can get consistent rewards each week and uh, buy cards, like I said. And so, like I said, every week the stars will update, so you kind of have to be pay attention to which heroes are going to jump from 5 to 2 star every week, or maybe 3 to 1 star. So yeah, I mean, I don't want to complicate it further. What we could do is maybe put there's a guide that goes through in more detail how to start playing. uh I believe you can see it on the Discord as well. Oops, not working. Let me try it again. There we
And
go.
then he also asked, it's not free to play, right? No, the core is not free to play, but to get used to the game, there is a free to play version on Monad. Currently, the new due to like people cybeling, the faucet for new players is paused due to high botting activity. New accounts will be able to be claimed. Their welcome pack when this is resolved. So, but yeah, there is a free to play version on Monad. If you haven't created an account yet. You could probably create one and then kind of wait a little bit, and then once the team finds a way around the botting activity, um, you'll be able to claim your welcome pack. But also, like HK said, there's a very really like he has a good guide on there of how to like put as little as like 0.05 or zero point 0.1 ETH and start getting really good rewards. And
Yeah.
he has multiple threads that highlight awesome strategies and techniques to do so.
Yeah, like I said, I'll be kicking off that again soon. I'll probably post an updated article on where I'm at with it, and then continue from there. But yeah, you can definitely start off with a lower budget and work your way up. And even if that means you can just flip some cards to start off with, you can grow your inventory like that as well. I know a few players have done that as well. But yeah, what I would recommend is joining the Discord. Over there, there's all the guides that you need. All the content gets posted there, and there's a lot of support from the Discord mods if you have any questions. So yeah, that's what I recommend. Carpenter, I don't know if you just saw, I think Pentoshi posted.
Let's go.
uh
That's huge
uh
because he hasn't posted in a hot minute. That just changes
uh
everything.
I can't actually see his post. Like, if you click his profile, it's not there, which is a bit weird. If you go on
See
replies, you
that?
can actually see the post.
See, I
It's
don't like when it does that. Like, I don't like when it does that at all. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, cause oh wait, yeah, it does. It says I lost everything. So it does show up for me. Um,
there's a post.
if
Yeah.
it Yeah, and under post, yep. Here, let me. I'm not sure in that part, but yeah, it says I lost everything. I was long egg future, thinking egg prices would go up at Easter and demand. This is gonna be a banger. I'll tell you right now, this is gonna be a banger.
Yeah. If
Well,
that's the
if you
only,
would posted this yesterday, man, or tomorrow, I mean,
yeah,
this is
it
a
would have been,
banger. Well, it wouldn't work
yeah,
tomorrow, right? Because it's not Easter tomorrow.
exactly right. So
This is a
yeah,
banger.
it's a bit of a shame that I had this card. I might actually put him in a better deck this, but yeah. Uh, anyways, I think that's me done for silver. For now. Uh, I did start doing a few bronze decks now. uh, I think with bronze, I don't mind playing a bit more risky. Um, but I've gone with 2 6 stars. So Nick and Sherlock Hurdle, and then I've got Psycho, Jay, and Makesy. So I'm playing risky, right? So I like this deck can literally fail as well. But yeah, I'm just playing a bit risky with Psycho and Jay. I think the other three will do well. And for this deck, I've kind of just gone 5-4-4-3-2. I don't have another makesy, but it's probably the best deck I can make with a thread guy as well. So I'm playing it risky with thread guy. Um, yeah, that's bronze for now. I think. I don't think I'll probably have a few more decks in bronze, but I don't really have many of the cards that I can play in bronze. Like I have no more makesees, but then I have a bunch of like Merps on private Barney. I might risk with a few. Wait, I'll probably play the three makesees in silver, but then I might risk a few
Yeah.
where I put in like control. Where's control? Control's been posting a bit lately, so I might put in a bronze deck. Um, Guru I have as well, so Pentoshi as well. So yeah, I might play a bit more, a few more bronze decks, but I'm just gonna once I've done my silver decks, I'll probably just spam bronze with the auto complete and see what that does. But anyways, finally on reverse, I've
I like
yeah,
it.
I've kind of gone hedging. So like DB, if DB doesn't post, if he does post, I've got another common, right? Cozy, there's a chance that he might not post, so he's a 7 star, so I put him in reverse. With Mika and Web3 Quant, I'm hedging, right? So if they don't post, then I benefit from the reverse tag, and if they do, then my silver and gold decks should do well. Cyrus might not post. He doesn't seem to be posting that frequently lately, so I put him in Mon reverse as well. Uh, yeah, and then I've got Evan Van Ness in reverse because I feel I'd rather lock him in reverse and then change him into my other decks if he does post, rather than doing it the other way around. So yeah, so for now I've got him in reverse, but I don't think he's 100% confirmed what he's doing basically for next week. Yeah, that's my decks for this week. Like I said, I've got a few more to still do. I still have a lot of cards that I need to use, so I'll probably finish off more silver decks and see where I go with. But like I said, it'd be interesting. There'll always be surprises every tournament. Like Pentoshi already posting now. Maybe he posts during the tournament as well, right? DB, like last week, everything changed on the last day, so anything can happen. You got any more thoughts, Carpenter? Anything else you want to go through?
I'm thinking about what we talked about a little bit ago because now I'm looking in. What are your thoughts about? Let me share my screen real quick. And I gotta remove this one first. Do this one. So I'm looking at silvers and I put some bids in on these just for because like I did bid on a Shapiro, but then you look at Jez, right? His it's really close there. Do you think 0.24 is a good price for an Epic Jez?
It's a good card. I guess where are you going to play the card, I guess is the question.
And now as I asked that, I just thought too, for that price, I can buy. Well, I wouldn't even buy Jez at that, right? If I wanted to do that, I would just buy another rare and then upgrader. But no, actually, I remember us talking. There's no point in me going epics because of our playstyle, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Because yeah, like where would I play them?
Epics are good, but I feel it just depends where you play them. If you're gonna play in a gold, maybe it might be worth it, right? Because then you can, instead of your commons, you can add an epic
Oh yeah, that
which lets
really
you
get
score higher,
better.
right? But I tend to just my strategy is just rares and commons. But like I said, you don't have to go that way. You can always go
Mm,
epics, and obviously you have the 2x multiplier, so there's a lot more higher upside with the epic card than with the rare card. Um, I just like how I kind of just go with rares and commons because they can be used in 3 or 4 leagues,
yeah,
which is the main thing,
where
right?
elites or epics can only be in 2 leagues.
Correct, yeah, correct. But yeah, any unless there's any other questions in the comments, I can't actually see. I couldn't see those comments. Were they on?
On abstract. Oh, we got more here too, yeah.
Oh, were they
So
on
here, let me
abstract?
share my screen on abstract real quick. So stop sharing, present, share screen, abstract, share. So here on abstract, we've got all this stuff, right? It shows these are from old streams, but yeah, today when we went live, it shows all the comments because it's a custom. Abstract doesn't have like an automatic thing. Like the people watching can't see it, but HK, you know how like if you look inside our studio,
Yeah,
you can see like up at the top right the X logo and all that, and then you
yeah.
see the other one has the two lines, which means it's custom. So it doesn't show us. We'll get every other comment except for that one. I think
Ah,
Abstract's
right.
working on fixing that.
Makes
But
sense.
yeah, I hear it's like the most sustainable crypto project or Ponzi. Do you think the game is not only for whales? I'll let you touch on that real quick, HK.
Yeah, it's definitely not for whales. As in, it's not. You have to spend like a lot of ETH and gain to get some rewards. I guess the more you spend, the more likely you're going to get the top rewards, right? Otto has spent quite a bit, and he gets this year 2.5 ETH in rewards weekly, right? Um, so there's no hiding that, right? But you can definitely start with the way that the market works is, stars up play. Everyone wants the most optimal 2, 3, 4 star card, right? If you can literally just start off with a lower budget and work your way up by maybe flipping here and there, maybe playing one deck a week with zero point 0.3 ETH as well. You don't have to go zero point 0.1 ETH. You can maybe start with zero point 0.3 to zero point 0.5, buy a few cards, and I always post like a pinned article every week as to which cards are uh, most optimal for the week, right? As in, and who's on an uptrend, any sort of like major things that you need to watch out for. I do post on my pinned article, uh, but yeah, I mean, I don't think it's I've played other games where the more whales win all the time, but I feel with this, you've seen like some weeks where the winner of bronze, like the deck only is worth like 0.515 ETH, right? So it's not necessarily like a Wales game. Wales do get more rewards probably, but there's definitely ways to optimize your cards to get you consistent rewards, even on a lower budget, right? And that's one of the main things I focus on when I play the game, is being profitable and maximizing the rewards, whilst also remaining flexible with my deck choices. But yeah, definitely you can definitely compete without having to invest too much ETH. Anything else? I'm just thinking if I missed anything. Mexi will be posting just in case anyone has any questions on that. He did say that he will. He doesn't like the previous time he was a 1 star. He did say he doesn't have anything scheduled, so that means it, it 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 doesn't mean much other than he can still he can still score high, right? His follower count isn't that high, which means that ultimately, even if he scores like a 30K view post or something like that, right, he'll only score like 700, 600 plus. Um, but there's no doubt that he's going to be like the must-have card in your deck, right? Because he's a 1 star. But anyways, yeah. Uh,
Shout out to Corgi for the 420 Pangu tip. All tips on the show get split 50-50 between HK and I. And then also a quick plug. We do, which I'm bad about doing that. We do stream on Abstract as well as YouTube. Um, so yeah, follow us, just the Fantasy Hour podcast. On the name is going to be changing. 710 and I are working on the name change for the YouTube channel to make it more generalized. Because I originally made the podcast, it was supposed to be kind of just like for Fantasy Hour content, but now it's going to be more like the deck building series and then like clips from the deck building series and kind of fantasy in general clips and stuff. So but yeah, for now you can search, and then we'll put the link in the Discord and on Twitter as well. And then, as always, put noties on for HK definitely for any alpha you want, and then for myself for anything related to just like video content and fantasy top and stuff. But yeah, dude, this is another great episode. Next week we'll have no guest again, and then probably after that, right, if everything goes smoothly, we'll kind of go back to having guests. Which our first guest coming back will be Serpentax. We got the okay to announce that. So super excited to have Serpentax on. Uh,
yep.
you know,
Is it founder of Ethos? Is it?
yep, Yes, sir.
Founder of Ethos is going to be our first guest when we come once we get I think kickoff guests again in May, right? That's going to be a
Yep.
good one because obviously he's aware of fantasy. Maybe I'm not sure if he's playing, but it'd be good to have
Yes.
a discussion with him, and maybe it brings in another audience as well. So yeah, looking forward to that
Absolutely.
one. It's one comment just came in now. Thoughts and goats come back. Yeah,
I like it. I think it's here to
it's
stay.
it's good considering it's a bear market. Like we're kind of in a bear market, right? Sometimes you do get there's not as much happening than when it was a bull market, right? So if you've noticed in the last week, he's hit like millions on multiple posts, right? That's a good sign, and I think he's going to be a 7, 8 star hero pretty much every other week now going forward. At least in the next few months, right? But yeah, I think he's a pretty solid card to have, and considering he uh considering he doesn't cost uh what do you call it as much as the other top heroes like Anthem, Greg, ISO, it gives you a slightly cheaper option that has good upside as well. So yeah, I think he's back for at least the next few months. Set for the win. Has Seb actually got a fantasy top account? I actually don't know. I've not
Yeah,
really.
he does. Yep. So
Right.
when he was on, this will be the third time I've talked to him on stream, right? And I like Serp a lot. He came on um, Fantasy Hour a while back as a guest, like months ago now. 710 hooked that up, and then he came on AI Bread and Ice podcast founder mode. And then
Nice.
when he was on Fantasy Hour, he said he used to play a lot. He kind of stopped for a while. I'm pretty sure we're going to be getting him back into it. I think he's back playing a little bit, but we're going to help him like really push on the gas, right? And then also, I really like because that does, like you said, you hit the nail on the head. I know we've talked about it on the back end, yourself and I with 710 as well, is doing these, like the ethos, getting other ecosystem like founders and stuff to kind of, whether they do play or get them to start playing, it brings in new audiences. It just helps the whole ecosystem, right? You're getting these guys in here playing, it brings their community, their followers in. Um, Hopefully get them playing. It's just get that flywheel going.
No, definitely. I agree. Yeah, it's going to be a good episode, that one. Yeah. Yeah, I think we've pretty much covered
Yes, sir.
what we needed to. I guess what we'll do is we'll leave it there. And yeah, thanks for all 580 viewers tuning in. And we'll be hopefully back next week. Yeah, see you later.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys all. We'll see you next week.